why does cake matter? Because it tastes good, okay? Why does candy matter? Because we want candy. You know what I mean? If you are a person, listen, I'm about to jump down a whole nother rabbit hole. I'm not trying to jump down. So basically what I'm saying is, if you make some food and you need some canola oil or you need some vegetable oil, that's life. It's a time span for your food. It's an expiration date on it. That's life. These things matter. If you make it seem like they don't matter, just think about why. Just think about why we got people realizing that their shipments is wrong and still trying to ship it out to people. Because you feel like all lives matter, not life. You don't feel like things like that matter. So, of all of us being beings, and this person trying to elevate themselves, they gonna disregard whatever they disregard, because it's a tipping scale regardless. When you focus on one thing, you gotta ignore something else, and it could be in the best of graces or it could be in the worst of graces. But even as you elevate yourself to get yourself higher and higher, you're still gonna have to ignore one thing to get to the next. Even if you wind up going back to it, it's just gonna be, you can't focus on everything at one time. So that's why when you say all life matter, it's like you're not trying to focus on everything at one time. You're trying to focus on the bigger picture at one time. This universe matters. You live on it. Like, you live on it. Literally, you live on it. Bugs live on it. Flowers, trees live on it. Photosynthesis, breath, breathing, living, all life matters, right? So when you say Black Lives Matter and you say, oh, they never gonna give us nothing and it's just so hard and we can't do nothing, you are oppressing yourself, because it's people of all complexions getting to it, literally, and not only getting to it, but being highly successful, and then failing, and you know, some people fail in whatever ways they fail, because like I said, you can't focus on everything. So you can have this extremely great idea, and then you could not pay attention to the contract of who signs you on and noted and acknowledged you, and then you could be at the top, and then they could take it all away from you because you was too focused on that idea, but you wasn't focused on the fine print when it came to publishing that idea. That contract is part of life. That matters. No? And then, like, negativity doesn't really, like, don't focus on negativity, because then you've given it life. You're putting life into it. So, if you feel like, if you have a child, and you tell your child every day you can't do it, do you really think your child is going to grow up to be like, I could do it? And even if they do, it's going to take so much for them to like grow out of that. So if you are teaching other Black people around you and other beings around you, even if you're trying to identify with only other Black beings, you're still teaching all of the beings of separation. We manifest, you get what you get, you get what you give. So you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to protest, but I support the violent protests, and yeah, but we need peace. It's like, what? You can't say all lives matter and not regard the window bars that has whichever duration that it has that protects your child when they're sitting out the window and looking out the window. You should clean it. You should check it to make sure it's not loose, to make sure it's not eroding, because all life matters. That's not just there. And all life matters as far as man-made and natural, because things that's man-made is things that we need for one reason or another. Some of us need things more than others need things. Some of it is ego, but that's pretty much with the need, because we don't really need much. That life doesn't already provide from us, at least. So, yeah. I also want to include that it's no such thing as equality. Nothing is equal. None of us is meant to be doing the same things. None of us is meant to be on the same levels. If we're all doing the same things on the same level, we're going to have, once again, nothing. And then something's going to have to change. It's a give and take system. We're supposed to give our best so that we can take the best that applies to us. And then keep on doing it. So that we can teach the people that we love how to do the same thing. And so that we can elevate ourselves from one step to the next step. Which would essentially show that everybody that's not on our level is the people that we love, so that we can get them to the next step, so that we can get to the next step. Some of us already follow our intuition. We all follow our intuition. We got free will, but we follow our intuition. Even though your intuition told you don't turn that corner, and you still turn that corner, you still follow your intuition. You had a bad feeling. That was your intuition. You followed it. You knew you had a bad feeling, but you still did what you wanted to do. It's free will. Then you could also be like, yo, something told me turn around, seen that $20, I picked it up. Yeah. Following your intuition. Using your free will. Using your physical body. But your soul, that's where your real crafts are at. To break, to build, to speak, to create, to think, to be. What does it mean to be you? It should be different every day. Not in the aspect of, oh, today I'm a bad bee, and tomorrow I'm a horse. You know what I mean? Like, nah. I mean, if you elevate to that through a day, then you know I'm not here to judge. But what I mean is, if today you a bad bee, tomorrow you should be an even smarter bad bee. You went through your whole day as a bad bee. What did you learn? How is this elevating you? If this is how you identify yourself, then cool beans, identify yourself. But after you identify yourself, who really are you? Why do you follow the practices that you follow? Who else identifies with these practices? Are they as different as you are? Of course they are. Because none of us the same. Which is why none of us is on the same level. Or will ever be on the same level. And even with our social justice being in place and our laws and rules, you could still be working with somebody who's not as qualified in one thing or another as you, and vice versa for somebody else. Because ain't none of us the same, and none of us is here to do the same exact thing. Because even if you're doing something similar, it's to your own craft, which is why there's enough space for all of us to do everything and to take care of this universe. I love you guys, yo. I love you guys so much. This whole posting thing, I feel like it's better ways to promote African American awareness. Because I'm not against promotion, I'm not against awareness. We learn things every day. You know what I mean? I love learning. And I'm sure there's other people out there that love learning too. And we need each other. We need each other. So you could do things like instead of posting a black screen, you could really do something. Do some research, right? Search up the African American lives that actually was lost to the situations that was lost, right? And then post that there instead of black, because black is nothing. It's literally nothing there. Black means in the moment, so you're keeping people in the moment. If you look up the color black, it literally is in the moment, right? I'm trying to keep you guys here so we could be here. You get what I'm saying? Put something there to replace this moment that you're wasting people's time with. Because that's what you're basically doing, essentially. You're trying to say Black Lives Matter when you're brown. The people you're trying to identify and protest for is brown. So in that moment, you're wasting everybody's time with nothing. Replace it with Black Lives. And then take it up a notch. Because this is what the Black Lives want. I read tarot, okay? I'm not trying to say this to gas myself up, but I feel that the deceased would love to see them being represented and understood and appreciated and acknowledged as just as much as the African Americans that's actually alive and doing things to better themselves and better their communities, like elevating themselves, like literally, like grinding out here, even though they're being overlooked. They would love that. I feel like we would also love that. Everybody would be elevated. It's enough room on this world for all of us. Minus all of the craziness that's been going on. No, I am not saying that it is not a tipping scale. You will always get one with the other. But my goodness, you guys, like, stop waiting until the last minute, or what you consider the last minute, because these people are still with us. We're all in the same realm. They're not leaving the room until we leave the realm. But give them something to be more happy about, more peaceful about. They want to see us be. And this is everybody now. I'm not even just talking about brown lives. I'm talking about being. Grow, take care of the trees and stuff like that. Pick up after your dogs. If it's on concrete and stuff like that. If it's not on something that can be, can break down and actually feed the nutrients and stuff like that. Stop running the shower water all freaking 20 minutes before you get in the shower. Like, that's crazy, man. You gotta preserve the water. Like, they already got some craziness going on in there. Y'all, one thing that could be protested for is the people in the projects. No, we got people coming over that's supposed to be housing workers who's out of shape. Literally. And I'm not saying they like fat or they like skinny. I'm saying they got knee problems, ankle problems, neck problems. These people is coming, they don't have the correct materials to do things. If they don't have the correct materials, how can they give you the correct ticket completion? This is what we need to be protesting for. Some better opportunities for people. And then we need to be elevating other people so that they can support their families. And when people get injured, they can give their family money so that they can take the time and work on their crafts. Because we're gonna have to start some new type of system to get everybody rolling, right? It's not like everybody is already enlightened to what exactly they want to do. If you have any concerns about what you want to do, I do tarot. You can definitely reach out to me. But aside from that, right? We need to take care of each other so much better. All beings. It's like, it's really sad to say, but it's like nature takes care of us better than we take care of ourselves. And I say we, even if I'm not included in doing some of the things, I'm a being just like you guys. But one of my truest classifications as being a being is a human, in human form. I'm a human. I got 2 arms, 2 legs, all of this. You know, some humans don't, but still they humans. I know the vibe, I get what I'm saying. I know what a human is. We need to make better differences. Because it starts with us, yo. It's us. It's literally us. What are we like? Yo, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Check your ego. Make sure you know what your ego is saying, because your ego is not you. Something made you feel a type of way, it made your ego feel a type of way. And you acknowledged it. Your brain acknowledged it. Your soul is your soul. Get back to that purity. This body, these thoughts, is just connected to the universe. And the universe got clear sights. It got clear message for how to elevate. Clear. But you can't do that if you paying attention to all of this physical stuff, man. This is a spiritual world. That's why all life matters, because it's vibrations through everything. It all matters. Everything. If you get too much heat, you feel hot. If you get too much coolness, you feel cold. But it's just a feeling. Yes, your physical body can be affected by it. And if your physical body endures too much, you release everything you release out of the physical body and into the spiritual world. And a whole nother level. But you're still here in this realm. Because we're not leaving this realm. So what I want to do right now, until we all leave this realm, people sending off and forwarding anarchy. And that's exactly what I'm going to call it. Like I just said, you manifest, you put in what you get out. So you manifest what your thoughts and stuff like that. Things are to be known, but there's a difference between knowing something and feeding the energy, giving it more life. All of this negativity that you want to end, you know how you end it? By ignoring it, by letting it be. You get your knowledge on it, and then you go about your business, and you make the decision, and help your ego agree that the best for you and your fellow beings would be this movement. Keeping in mind the mistakes that so-and-so made in the past. The past that was just the past. Now we in the now. And now in this now, I'm talking about us being in the now instead of what I was just talking about in the past. But I'm going to get back to what I was talking about in the past. Basically, if you want a positive world, you got to be the positive that you want in the world so that everybody else and all the other energy can follow suit. Because it's a tipping scale. No matter how positive we get this universe to be, it's going to be some type of negativity out there. But the way that we could bring the negativity to a lower level is by literally not feeding the energy, feeding the source. So if you want to protest for peacefulness, don't just protest. We need peace. We need peace. We need justice. We need justice. You know what you need to be doing? You need to be using your skills to do this. What is it that we need peace and justice for? What do I consider justice? Okay, like I just said about like housing, the housing workers. We need peace for these people who's going through health issues. They can't bend unless they sit or something like that. But you a housing worker, that's crazy. This is not your field any longer. Even if this was your field, it's not your field any longer. You deserve peace. And that's just me. Not even about the job that you're doing with my home. Because I respect my home, but I respect you too. Especially because I identify as the same category being as you. Not saying that you're more important, but I identify with you because sheesh, right? And then we need justice. Justice for that is me putting the word out there like I'm doing right now. You guys, we need to be protesting for this so that we can help our family members, our loved ones, not put themselves in positions and jobs and have to take opportunities that is not for their higher selves. We don't need people disintegrating within the world that we create, the laws and rules we create. That's how you get justice. So, for example, if you say brown lives matter, but y'all saying black lives matter, but y'all see where I'm going with this. That's what I'm saying. Don't put no black screen saver nowhere. That's nothing. That's in the moment. You keeping people in the moment. You just got people saying, yeah, brown lives do matter. Okay, so what's the peaks and what's the justice? What's the outcomes of these things? Okay, so since we feel like, we want to matter a little bit more, we want to make more of a difference. Okay, so I need all of my people, literally my brown people, which is prejudice, but it is what it is. Like I said, I already took care of that back there. But I'm just giving y'all examples. Like I said, I make judgments. This is what I'm doing. But I'm not judging y'all because I'm giving you a positive solution. This is what I do. This is what we're all supposed to be doing. Let me get back to the positive solution. Anyways, this is so-and-so. This is someone's dad. This is a being. This is someone's son. This is someone's cousin. And they are good at blasey blah, blasey blah. This is my cover photo. You can contact them at blasey blah, blasey blah. The next day, the next 2 days. This is so-and-so, so-and-so. They passed away doing yada, 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 yada. But it should be more. This is so-and-so, so-and-so. Contact them for this. So that we can know. And then these people who we telling to contact people, when we give them lights and they shining and all that other stuff, everybody's connected to somebody. They could be like, my cousin, they passed away, blah, 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 blah. Now we actually have better attention span to be like, okay, in 2000, we realized, in 2020, we realized, we had a whole lot of engineers and for some reason, at some point in time, a lot of engineers lost their cousins to something tragic. It's unfortunate, but at least we know exactly who these people are, and now we know exactly who those other people are because we got the time and the energy, and we're not bitter, and we're not putting out negative energy. We putting out positive energy, which is helping us with our memory to remember these people. Right now, come on. It's simple. It's very, very simple. It's not that hard. It's not. Is it just easy? No, it's not. Obviously it's not. Because everybody's not doing it. People like doing easy stuff, right? But I have tips. I have jewels. I have gems. I'm willing to give them. I'm willing to share them. I'm willing to appreciate. I'm willing to be with you guys. Which is all the beings. I love you guys. I love this world. I love this universe. I'm going to help change this world. But that's all I'm going to be able to do is help. Because I'm here with everybody. Everything. I love all of this. I even love where I'm at right now. It's people overlooking me. It's people supporting. It's people just watching. I'm loving it. I love it. It's people listening. It's people acting like they listening. It's people trying to help elevate me. It's people disguising that they're trying to help elevate me. This is for all of us. This is for Literally all of us. And when I say us, I'm talking about beings, you guys. Bruh. It's people acting like they care about nature, but they don't plant nothing. I'm in that category. I've been thinking about planting them. So, stay tuned. I might start planting. But come on, man. I do as much as I could. I recycle. And I try to preserve the water like I told y'all back, But it's probably other things I could be doing that I'm not hip to yet. I step on grass and I don't replant flowers. But that's something that I would love to be doing. But I gotta do this right now. Because we all gotta make a change. Not just for us. For this universe. So, thank you guys for sharing your energy with me. It's your girl Marissa Bklyn, and I will be back at it again. Hey guys, it's your girl Marissa Bklyn. I'm back at it again. Yes, I am. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about how I stopped a lady at the market from being rude to me and profiling me. Without being rude or having to get other people involved, and how this same technique can actually be used to avoid the feeling of self-oppression. So let's get into it. First of all, I guess I'm gonna just get into it. So I was at the market and I was buying some food, and I went to the register and I got something to drink before I got to the register, and I opened it to drink it because I was thirsty. So the lady looked at me and she was like, "Give me that," and I was like, "Why are you talking to me like that? Why are you talking to me like that?" So then she was like, "You have to pay," and I was like, "I'm at the register, you make it seem like I tried to finesse. Even if I wanted to finesse, you didn't even give me time, sis. What are you doing?" So then I was just like, "That's why I'm here." So then I'm like, "Oh, all right, I get it. You just see a black girl who do what she want to do. So you just automatically chalking this up to what I want to do is finesse." Alright, bro. Cool. So I was like, I'll just pay her, whatever. So she giving me this dirty look. I'm smiling. I go eat. I actually stayed at the market that day. I went at 8. I finished eating. I seen her again. She's grilling me. I was like, "Bye," and I started smiling at her. She's looking like she's not serious. I'm looking like I just ran into my bestest friend later. So she looking like, bye. So let me tell y'all the tip. I'm not even gonna tell y'all the tip. not yet. Right? So then I leave or whatever. I come back to the store a couple of days later, and I see her again. So I'm like, "Hey, hi." She's like, "This girl is annoying." I can tell that's what she's thinking in her head, but I'm just like, "Oh well, I'd rather you look at me as annoying than as a thief or something up front. Sheesh, mama, get your ego in check, because dang, and our egos play a role in everything. But even with me doing what I did to help her be more polite, was my ego playing a role in it. But I wasn't allowing my ego to take the show, and I actually helped her to mellow down her ego, because Miss, you a cashier. You don't own the store. And even if you did own a store, if somebody is stealing, we need to be better towards each other. Is this person stealing because they really can't afford it? We just gonna be rude to people? Come on, man. Come on. We gotta, you know what I mean? I'm not saying let somebody rob you blind, but damn, Sadie. Alright, so basically, I just want to identify a few points of like what I did and what I did. So, in response to her being rude, I just was polite to her and like basically re-explain the situation as the situation was playing out, because it was like, what's going on here, bro? Like, you good? And the process of it, she wasn't like upfront, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? But as time continued and she seemed like, alright, this girl is not, like, this girl is dead harmless. It was like, okay, what did I have that attitude for again? Like, maybe I was having my bad day. And that's another thing. I didn't know how her day was going. I don't know her. You know what I mean? I didn't live her life. So I just was like, alright, like, you could treat me however you want to treat me. But I'm going to be polite to you, because after a while, you're going to realize, like, alright, why am I being rude to this person? Like, is there a reason for this? Did this person do anything to me? Because they didn't, you know? Once again, even if I stole from the store, it's not doing that to you, because it's not your store. But that's another thing. That's on another note. Like I said, I wasn't stealing, y'all. So, yeah. With me, like, going hi and bye, like, I was already, like, calling attention to us, because if the owner or whoever's looking at the cameras and they like, okay, it's customers being polite to this person is being dumb rude, like, why? That would have been a whole investigation that for herself, because they would have watched me handle my business and then finished handling my business, and that would have just been that. So that's another part of like karma. You know, guys, I be telling you about karma. Like, it would have caught up to her, and I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to change my energy. Like, I'm happy, I'm in a good mood. So if I'm being polite to you and I'm happy, I'm in a good mood every time, because she's not the only person I say hi to. Like, I speak to people regularly in that store, because I go to that store regularly. She just was profiling me that day, and she misprofiled me, which is okay, because we all make mistakes. But eventually, if I continue to do that, the cameras would have seen, they'd have been like, even if you got beef with this person, you can't be doing that. But then not only that, she would have been like, I don't know her. And then if I'm not the only person she out here profiling, regardless if I'm the only one that's being polite about it, somebody, you know, things is bound to catch up with people. It's not our job to take on their energy, especially when that energy is negative. You get what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it at all. Right? And I just want to relate this to people feeling oppressed. Like, people feeling like, oh, they're never gonna, like, this whole Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, like, I believe all life matters. So when I say all life matter, I mean all life matter. I mean every part of life is important, down to the air particles, because they help many beings stay alive. Laptops, toys, cups, shoes, electricity, clouds, rain, sun, snow, germs, all life matters to me. Does that mean that I put every single piece of life on a pedestal? No. But it does mean that I acknowledge, to the best of my ability, and I learn more and more each day how to appreciate every aspect of life and every being, identify every being in life and how we differ. So if I'm learning, I don't have time to be allowing my ego to go anywhere, because judgment is real. Judgment is everything. Judgment is making a decision. Like, I'm sitting here using judgment to explain judgment. You get what I mean? That's how simple judgment could be explained. First of all, the Black Lives Matter movement is different because our skin is brown. No? I never seen a black person. I seen brown people. I seen very dark brown people, but I never seen somebody the tint of black. And even if they was almost a tint of black, like they was just that dark of a brown, which is a shade. So it's just like, okay. So we have brown lives. And let me just also include the fact that it's not even lives. When we say lives, that's like, for one, brown lives matter is prejudice. Because you're only saying the brown people. I'm being correct about this. Black lives matter is prejudice. Because you're only trying to include the brown people. Even if you feel like something was against you or being worked against you, that's not how you go about getting acknowledgement, by trying to put the highlight on yourself. Because there's still other things and other people and other beings that's going through the same thing as you. It is. And then all lives matter is like, now you just being ungrateful for everything else that's around us. Like, because lives and life is different. Life is ocean. The ocean matters. Life is water. Water matters. Life is candy, cake.